Hi and welcome to another LRCC Soundbite. This week, before we start thinking about Advent, which is the run up to Christmas, I want to look at some of the things Jesus said about heaven, about what things will be like after we die. In fact, this conversation I'm going to talk about now, Jesus didn't even start it. And he didn't also just start talking about a fancy place with angels on clouds and the sound of harps playing everywhere, endless food and drink, and people wandering around smiling all the time. No. Some important leaders came along and they asked Jesus about how families work in heaven. Specifically, what happens if someone is married and their husband or wife dies and then that person remarries? Maybe that might even happen multiple times. Who is that person married to when they get to heaven? And Jesus turned it around, as he often did, and basically said to them, you're missing the point in a massive way. Heaven is so fundamentally different to the way that earth is. Things happen differently. Everything works. Nobody dies anymore. And when things last forever, well, it becomes more like one huge family. And everyone is looked after by God and enjoys life as God originally wanted it to be. I wonder what your thoughts are about heaven. What do you think will happen when you die? To be honest, there are probably as many different answers to that question as there are people on this planet. But if you're interested in talking about it, do get in touch. I'd be happy to share my thoughts and would love to hear yours. You can email me or join us on the driveway of 44 Lindbergh Road any Sunday from 2 p.m. You see, questions make up a big part of what we do as Christians, and especially here at LRCC. Every Sunday afternoon, we have a big question to think about at Coffee, Cake and Chat. Sometimes it's a question I might have thought of, but actually the best questions are ones that other people come and say, why don't we think about this today? I never promise to have answers, because I'll only ever give you my opinion and be interested to hear yours. And then we can both make our own minds up. Because I think that's what it's like to be a Christian. We always have questions, and then together we can discover answers. As we heard this story today, we often ask the wrong questions. That's what happened in the story, wasn't it? And that's okay. We heard about Jesus helping people to understand what the real question that they should be asking was. One day when Jesus returns, I believe we will have all the answers to all of our questions. Right now, I don't think we'd be ready to hear the answers. I hope you find these soundbites give you answers to some of your questions. But I also hope they raise questions in your mind as well. As I said earlier, do let me know if you have questions. Maybe I could give you my thoughts in a future soundbite. Thanks for listening. I hope you have a great week. God bless you, and I'll see you next time.